Everyone. Tonight we have Cyndy on the mat demoing, and I'm Jenny. And I thought we'd talk a little bit about awareness and energy. And I'll be sure to speak loudly. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but when all this started, my husband went to Costco and he got one of those big, huge Jelly Belly containers for me, and it's almost all gone. So I'm trying to practice awareness so I stay away from going outside of my normal. All right, so we're starting in an easy sit pose, and I'd like you to draw attention to your belly and draw the belly in towards the spine. And then Cyndy, if you place your hands on your rib cage and think about drawing all the muscles of the abdomen and the rib cage in towards the back body, like you're weaving everything together. So sliding the hands in, perfect. And so we'll practice this in a variety of different poses today, this kind of knitting together of the abdominals. Okay, so release your hands to your knees, keep that tummy drawing up and in, lengthen through the spine, draw the shoulder blades back and down. Good. Gaze can be towards the floor or eyes can be closed. Focus on your breath. Just notice the inhale and the exhale. Centering ourselves in this moment on the mat, in the here and now. On the next inhale, direct the breath all the way down the spine and to the sit bones, really anchoring down into the sit bones. Exhale that breath out. And then on the next inhale, direct the breath directly to the belly. Allow the belly to expand on the in-breath. And exhale and contract. And on the next inhale, direct the breath directly to the heart. Feel the chest expand and exhale. On the next inhale, direct the breath back into the belly. And exhale, returning to a normal breath. Allow the mind and the senses to come to rest in the space between the eyebrows. Your energy, the physical energy and awareness turn inward here. And open the eyes, bring the hands in front, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, and sweep the arms up towards the sky. Allow the shoulders to creep up towards the ears to begin with, and then soften the shoulders down and away. Keep hugging the belly up and in. Release the hands, lower the right hand to the earth. Spider walk that hand away from the hip, soften in the elbow, plant the hand, and reach that left arm overhead. Good, nice stretch in the left side body, keep that left sit bone in contact with the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, lower the left hand to the earth, spider walk the fingers away, plant the palms, soften in that left elbow. Keep the right sit bone engaged as much as possible on your mat. Nice stretch in the right side body. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release the hands to the knees. Good. From here, inhale, sweep that right hand to the right shoulder. Good. out, inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky, plant the left arm or the left palm on the head, and then begin to spider walk the left fingers towards the right ear as you draw that left ear towards your left shoulder. Good, and then soften the right shoulder down and away. Tuck the chin a little bit, good. Inhale and release the left hand from the head. Bring the head back to center. Release the right hand back down to the thigh. Good. On the next breath in, bring the left hand to the left shoulder. Exhale fully, and then inhale, sweep that right hand up to the sky. Palm comes down and lands on the head. Begin to spider walk those right fingertips down towards the left ear. Right ear reaches towards the right shoulder. Soften the left shoulder down and away. Good. Take one more breath here. And on the next inhale, release the right hand from the head, release the left hand from the shoulder, bring the hands back down to the legs. Good. And from here, extend the legs out in front of you, coming into Dandasana. Feet are flexed back, press the backs of the thighs into the mat. Good. Then bend into that right knee and cross the right calf over the left calf and bring the legs back so that the feet are directly under the knees. Perfect. Good. And then ground down through the sit bones here. You can roll the flesh of the thigh away. Good. Feel that connection with the earth. Then bring the hands to the belly. Draw the stomach muscles up and in. Good. And release the hands from there. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Good. And the left hand just behind that left hip. Hug the belly in again and begin to twist in the torso. Twisting to the left here. Draw that left shoulder blade back towards the center of your spine. Take a breath. Grow tall. Energy spirals up, out through the crown of the head here. Take another breath. And as you exhale, come center. Good. Inhale and begin to hinge at the hips. Walk the hands forward. Plant the hands and soften in the elbows and shrug the shoulder blades onto the back. Beautiful. Take another breath in. Walk the hands a little bit further forward. Press the palms into your mat or the earth. Press the hands away. Bring the head down towards the earth. And let the head land wherever it lands. Good. So you see Cyndy, if you're looking, is looking down, but she isn't bringing her head down to the earth, and that's perfectly fine. You should feel stretch here in the outside of the right hip. Inhale, walk the hands back towards the shins. Extend the legs long. Shake the legs out. And this time cross that left shin over the right and fold into the knees again. Good. All right. So again, settling into the sit bones, rolling the flesh of the thigh away to really make that connection. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand just behind the hip, and begin to twist to the right here. Draw the right shoulder blade back onto the back body like you're trying to pull that shoulder blade towards the spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, maybe twist a little deeper here. You can look over towards your right shoulder. Feel this twist in the mid-back. Keep drawing the stomach muscles up and in. Inhale and release and come forward. Hands walk forward again. Plant the hands on the earth or your mat. Press into the palms and press away. Good. You can soften the elbows, draw the shoulder blades onto the back body, and then maybe spider walk the fingers a little bit further away. Keep pressing in those palms. Take a breath. Inhale, lift, and walk the hands back. Good. Release the legs. Shake the legs out. Cyndy, I'm going to ask you to turn to your side, and we're going to roll back onto our backs. Take your block with you. If you don't have a block available, you're welcome to use a blanket folded up or a pillow. But making our way back down onto our backs. Good. All right. Inhale, stretch long here. Sweep the arms overhead. Full body stretch. Circle the wrists. Flex the ankles. Good. And as you exhale, sweep the arms back next to the torso. Bend into the knees. Plant the feet. Bring your block in between the thighs and squeeze the block in between the thighs. And if you don't have a block, that's okay too. Just squeeze the thighs together. Good. From here, tuck the shoulder blades under the back body. Draw the stomach muscles down and in. Inhale and begin to lift the hips, coming into a low bridge. Good. Take a breath here. And slowly begin to lower the hips back down to the mat. Good. And again, squeeze the block between the thighs. Inhale, float the hips up. Keep the hips lifted, and from here begin to pulse. So we're using our glute muscles to push up in the hips. Good. Yep, that's exactly it. It's a very small movement, pushing the hips up slightly, working our glute muscles, turning on those muscles, preparing them for other poses in our practice. Good. And last time, hold that pressure in the glutes here, so squeezing the glutes up, and then exhale, lower, release. Good. And keeping the block in between, let's slide it up and move it between the knees here. Good. Inhale, sweep the hands behind the head, interlace the fingers, hug the elbows up towards the ears so the elbows are pointing up towards the sky. Perfect. Squeeze the block between the knees, draw the stomach muscles down towards the spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, roll the head and heart up towards the block. Good. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. On the next exhale, lift and pause. Lift that left heel off the earth. Nope, the toes stay on the mat. Good, just lifting the left heel. Perfect. Exhale, lower, release. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift. This time we just press through the right ball mount and lift the right heel. Good. Release back down. And release the fingers from behind the head. Draw the block out from behind, or from the knees, and stretch long on your mat. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Full body stretch. Exhale, bring the arms back down next to the torso and start to move the head and the shoulder blades over towards the right side of your mat. So using your arms to help you. Good. And inhale, sweep the arms overhead and clasp the left wrist with the right hand. And then cross the left shin over the right. Take a breath here in this banana stretch or C stretch. Good. Feel that all along the left side body. And release. Unwrapping the left shin, the left leg, and returning the top part of the torso to the center of your mat, and then using the backs of the arms and the head, move to the left side of your mat, just moving the upper torso. Good. And then cross that right leg over the left. Perfect. Sweep the arms overhead and using the left hand, clasp the right wrist. Good. Big breath in here. Direct the breath to the right side body. And exhale. And release the hands. Unwrap the legs. And center. Yogi's choice here. You can turn either to the left or the right side and pause. Good. And use the strength of the upper body to lift. And we're coming into tabletop. And then from tabletop, begin to walk the knees wide. Touch the toes. Good. Use the palms of the hands, walk the hands forward slightly, and then press into the palms and allow the hips to slide back, coming slowly down into a child's pose, Balasana. Good. Allow the forehead to rest on the mat. Turn the gaze inward here. So energy and awareness. Turning inward, finding your breath here. Using our practice today to be aware of our muscles and where our body is in space. Maybe noticing how we're reacting to any stressors in our life. Finding ways to release and let go of that stress and tension. Inhale and lift, coming back into tabletop. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Toes curled under, belly lifting up and in, neck in line with the spine, gaze between the thumbs here. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, curl the chin in and drop the tailbone, arch the back, coming into cat. And inhale, lift the head, lift the tailbone. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, heart shines forward. Good. And then move back and forth from cat to cow, moving at your pace with your breath. Waking up both the front body and the back body here. And one more round here. Good. And returning to a flat back. Slide the right toes straight back, extending the leg long, landing on the ball now. Good. Press back and forth through that heel. A couple times here. Stretching out the calf and waking up the bottom of that right foot. Good. Then come forward. Pause here. Lift the stomach muscles towards the spine. Lift that right leg long. Sweep the right leg over to the left side and lower the toes to the earth. Good, then gaze comes over that left shoulder, looking back at the right foot. Inhale and direct the breath to the right side body. One more breath here. And lift that right leg long. Return to tabletop. Bending into that knee. Good. And then sliding the left toes back. Rocking back and forth here, pressing forward and back through that left heel. Waking up the bottom of the left foot and stretching in the calf. Good. And coming forward, pausing, lifting that left leg. Sweep the left leg over to the right side. And gaze comes over that right shoulder. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Feel the stretch in the left side body. Inhale, gaze comes center, lift through that left heel, return the knee back to tabletop. Good, find some balance here in your tabletop. So check in again with the wrists. Left and right wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, reach that right leg long behind you, press out through the heel, good. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose, good. Extend long, inhale fully, exhale knee to nose, extend long, exhale knee to nose, inhale long, exhale knee to nose. Extend long, pause, press out through the heel, and release the knee back to tabletop, and we'll switch sides. So big breath in here, and on the exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose, arching the back, pulling the belly in, extend long on the in-breath, exhale, moving the body with the breath. Extend long, pause, press out through the heel, and then return that knee to tabletop. Good. Walk the hands, one handprint forward, curl the toes under, float the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog pose. Beautiful. Pedal the feet. Take 3 breaths in this downward facing dog pose. Filling the lungs. Exhaling out through the mouth. So nice big breath in and a nice release on the exhale through the mouth. And then once you have completed your 3 rounds of breath, walk the feet forward, coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Good. And Cyndy, can you grab your mat or your block from where you're at? Good. So you can bend deeply into your knees here. And if you have a block or your blanket or pillow, you can place that in front of you. Place one hand on the block, and you might want to play around with the level here. So you can start on the lowest level and see if you need to change it. But the block goes under the nose and the right hand in the center of the block. Good. Left hand to the left hip. Bend into the right knee and begin to turn the torso to the left. And inhale, sweep the left hand up to the sky. Big breath in here. Exhale and come center and replace the left hand with the right hand. So left hand to the center of the block, right hand to the right hip, bend into that left knee, begin to turn the torso to the right, and inhale and sweep the right hand up to the sky. Good. Exhale, release, and come center. And then move the block aside. Check the feet, they should be parallel, about hip distance apart. Lift the belly towards the spine here. Inhale, halfway along the spine.
Exhale, release, forward fold. Curl the chin in so the crown of the head reaches towards the earth. Inhale, halfway along the spine. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Palms come to meet overhead. Exhale, draw the thumbs down to heart center. Pause here. Find your breath. Notice if the heart rate is elevated a little bit. Notice where the mind is. Hopefully it's right here on the mat. Notice how the body is feeling as we're warming it up. Inhale, blink the eyes open. Interlace the fingers out in front. Press the palms away. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Feel free to shrug the shoulder blades up towards the ears and then soften the shoulders down and away. Good. Exhale, release the hands. Coming into Tadasana. Good. From Tadasana, cross that right shin over the left. Inhale, sweep the arms up and clasp the right wrist with the left hand and begin to tilt to the left, stretching the right side body. Good. Inhale to center. Release the hands. Uncross the legs and repeat on the other side. So this time the left leg crosses over the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Right hand clasps the left. As you exhale, press that left palm over to the right. Nice long stretch here. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the hands. Uncross the legs. Come back into Tadasana here, mountain pose. Check the feet, they should be parallel, about hip distance apart. Bring the hands to the sides of the hips, palms forward. Beautiful. Shoulder blades back and down, neck in line with the spine. Take a breath. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, bending into the knees as much as necessary. Good. Step the right foot back and lower the right knee, coming into a low lunge. Good. Hands on the mat. Swivel the right foot to the left. Good. Walk the hands up that left knee and plant the left elbow on the thigh. Good. Bring the right hand to the hip and then square the torso here forward. Good. Inhale and sweep the right hand overhead. And if it feels good, you can release the neck here so the head reaches towards that left shoulder. Good. And inhale, lift. Bring the right hand back to the right hip. Release that left hand from the thigh and bring the right or the left knee down next to the right. Good. And then step the right foot out to the right. Good. And then spider walk those feet away or squidgy the foot away. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. And then sink into that right knee just a little bit here. Notice where you feel the stretch. I feel it in the groin area. Take a breath. Moving the body in a variety of ways, being aware of where the body is in space. Inhale back to center, bring that knee back down, bring the hands to your mat and walk in tabletop fashion towards the top. Good. And then curl the toes under, float the hips up to downward facing dog. Good. Pedal the feet. Find your breath. Inhale and walk the feet forward, coming back to our forward fold. Inhale halfway along the spine. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale halfway, long spine here. Exhale, release, forward fold. Bring the hands to the mat and step the opposite leg back. So, good. Left leg comes down. Bring the knee to the earth. And swivel those toes to the right. Good. And walk the hands up the left leg and plant that. Sorry, that's the right leg. Bring the forearm to the right thigh and the left hand to the left hip. And then inhale and sweep the left hand up to the sky and then overhead. Good. Think about drawing that left shoulder blade onto the back body here. If it feels good just to reach the fingers straight up to the sky, you can do that. Should be a really juicy stretch here all along the left side body. Good. Inhale, lift. And bring the left hand back down to the hip. Lower the right knee. And step the left foot to the left. Good. And then squidgy that foot away a little bit. Perfect. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Beautiful. And then sink into that left knee a little bit. And notice where you feel the stretch. Take a breath here. And inhale and come center. And bring the hands back to the hips. Bring that left knee back onto the mat. And you can come back into a tabletop. Yep, facing the top of your mat. Walk the hands, one handprint forward, curl the toes under, float the hips up and back, coming back into a downward facing dog pose. 3 breaths here. Notice what you notice. Once you're done with your 3 breaths, inhale that right leg long. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose and then step or work that right foot forward between the hands. Good. Walk the hands up that knee, coming into a high lunge. Good. Soften in that left knee any amount. Beautiful. So in this high lunge, inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Good. Think about having a beach ball between the legs, pressing into the right foot and drawing the right foot back in space. So hugging the legs together. Think about the hips here and remember that movement. So you bring your hands to the front of your ribs. Good. And then think about drawing the rib cage in, the belly in. Beautiful. Then release the hands, but keep that sensation in the torso and sweep the hands back up to the sky. Beautiful. Big breath in here. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Coming back into downward facing dog pose. Find your breath. Inhale, lift that left leg long. Draw the knee in towards the nose and step or work that left leg forward. Good. Walk the hands up the left knee. Beautiful. Soften in the right knee any amount. Inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Good. Long torso here. Plant or press firmly into that left foot and isometrically draw it back in space. So you're really using the muscles in that left leg. And then imagine you had a beach ball between your thighs and you're hugging in. And then Cyndy, bring the hands to your ribs. Good, draw the ribs in so they're not flaring out. Beautiful. Then keep that inhale and reach the hands back up. Big breath in. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Step back to down facing dog pose. Find your breath. Three breaths here. After your third breath, lower the knees to tabletop. Good. Step the right foot forward. Beautiful. From here, plant the left hand on the mat and bring the right hand to the right knee. Turn the torso towards the right thigh. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the right hand up to the sky. Big breath in here. Think about stacking the shoulders. Good. Exhale, release. Come back into tabletop. Step the left foot forward. Good. So this time the left hand goes on the thigh, right hand is planted, torso turns towards that left thigh. Good. Inhale and sweep that hand up to the sky. So options here for yogis. If that doesn't feel good to sweep the arm up, then leave the arm on the thigh. You're still getting a twist. The head can be released down towards that right shoulder for a neck stretch, or not, depending on how that feels in the neck. Release the hands, Cyndy, come back to tabletop. Good. Walk the knees wide, touch the toes. Begin to walk the hands forward. One hand print, good. Then press into the palms and press the hips back over the heels. Beautiful. And keep some action in the palms here. So pressing the palms away, lower the forearms onto the mat, and lower the forehead to the mat. Good. And breathe. Turn the gaze inward here. Notice your body and how it feels. Notice the breath. Notice the mind. Inhale and lift back up to tabletop. Curl the toes under, walk the hands so curl the toes under, walk the hands forward, one hand print, and float the hips up, coming back into your downward facing dog pose. Good. Inhale that right leg long. Press out through the heel, good. Draw the knee in towards the nose and step the right foot between the hands. Good. Rotate the left heel to the mat. Walk the hands up that right knee. Good. Pause here. We're going to come into warrior one pose, okay? So you can do what Cyndy just did, to walk that left foot wide, or you can leave the left foot where it is and squidgy the right foot out to the right a little bit. Good. And then the left hip is a little bit behind the right hip, and that's okay because what we want here is a twist in the upper body. So, good, beautiful. So drawing that right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Good. So Cyndy, from here, interlace the fingers out in front, press the palms away, and then inhale the arms overhead. Good. And then reach the shoulder blades up towards the ears, and then soften the shoulder blades down and away. Good. And then slide the fingers apart here, and palms face. Yep, bring the palms back up. Allow the palms to face one another. And then exhale and begin to release the hands to the hips. Interlace the hands behind the back body. Take a breath in, exhale, and begin to hinge at the hips, coming into a humble warrior. So the thumbs can rest on the low back, or the knuckles can reach up and away. Yogi's choice here. Shoulder blades firmly on the back. Press into that right foot and the left foot, and imagine a big ball, volleyball or beach ball between the legs, like you're trying to hug it in. Good. Release the hands, bring the hands to the mat, step that right foot back, coming back into downward facing dog pose. Pedal the feet, take a big breath here. Good. Inhale and lift that left leg long. Press out through that heel. Good, lots of muscular action in that leg. Belly lifts up and in. Big breath in. As you exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose and step forward. Good. Rotate the heel to the earth. Perfect. And then begin to walk the hands up the leg. Good. So again, Yogi's choice. You can adjust the back leg or the front leg, but feet are wide like they're on railroad ties. Yep, hands to the hips. Then inhale, bring the hands out in front, interlace the fingers, press the palms away and sweep the arms up. Good. Shoulder blades climb up towards the ears and then soften down the back. Good. Then slide the fingers apart and bring the palms parallel. Beautiful. And then think of this warrior two as a twist in the upper back. So draw the left shoulder blade back, right shoulder slightly forward. Good. And exhale, release the hands to the hips. And bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Big breath in here. And exhale, hinge at the hips. Good. You can rest that left shoulder on the left thigh or not. The thumbs can rest on the sacrum, or we can lengthen through the arms and reach the knuckles away. Beautiful. One more breath here. Press into both feet. Imagine that big beach ball so your legs are really active in this pose. Good. And then slide the fingertips away from one another. Good. Bring the hands down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog pose. Beautiful. Take a breath. And take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. And if down dog is not part of your practice, you're welcome to come to tabletop, especially if you're tired, if it is part of your practice, but you're a little bit tired now. And once you've finished your 3 breaths, we're all coming down into tabletop. Good. Walk the knees to, let's see, I want you to come to a seated position with your feet forward here, facing the camera. Perfect. Legs long. Back into Tadasana here. So lengthen through those legs. Press the backs of the thighs into the mat. Flex the feet and curl the toes towards your knees. Good. Lengthen through the spine. Place the hands just behind the hips here, or right next to the hips. Good. So shoulder blades are on the back body. Good. Hug the belly in. And exhale and soften. Cross that right shin over the left. And then fold in the knees, bringing the feet directly under the knees. Good. Take a breath here. Feel some firming in the outer thighs. So activate your glute muscles here.
Put your hands on your outer thighs and press into the outer thighs. Good. Lengthen through the spine. Release the left hand from the hip and place the left hand on the right knee. And then release the right hand from the hip and place it just behind you. Good. Lengthen through the spine and then draw that right shoulder blade towards the spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Gaze can come over that right shoulder, or gaze stays in line with the spine. So yogi's choice here whether to deepen the twist by turning the neck or not. Good. Inhale to center, release the hands. Bring the hands forward. Begin to hinge at the hips again. Plant the hands, bend into the elbows. Good. Shrug the shoulder blades onto the back body. And then spider walk the fingers forward a little bit more. Then press the palms into your mat. Take a breath here. Good. And inhale, walk the hands back towards the shins. Extend the legs long. And we'll switch sides. Crossing that left shin over the right. Bring the feet in. Good. Draw the stomach muscles in. Place the hands on the outsides of the hips here. Good. Squeeze the glutes together. Then release the right hand from the hip and place it on the left knee, and the left hand goes just behind the left hip. Big breath in here. On the exhale, turn to the left. Draw that left shoulder blade closer to the spine here. Inhale, release and come center. Bring the hands back out in front, hinging at the hips, walking the hands forward. Good. Soften in the elbows and shrug the shoulder blades back onto the back body. Easy for me to say, right? Okay, then press into the palms. Inhale, exhale, fold forward any amount here. Cross the legs and stretch them long and shake them out. Good. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So hug the belly in here, feet flat, knees bent. You can use the hands behind the thighs and roll down slowly. You can use your elbows to make your way onto your back body. So come down in a safe and comfortable way for you. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Good. Stretch the legs long, point the toes. Beautiful. And exhale, bring the arms back next to the torso. Bend into the knees. Good. Cross that right foot over the left thigh. Good. And then begin to draw that left knee in towards the chest. Hands can go behind the thigh like Cyndy's doing, or can go over the left shin. Either way. Good. And then think about isometrically drawing the right heel down towards the earth. Keep both feet active here. Take one more breath. And slowly begin to release and switch sides. So left ankle over the right thigh. Draw the right thigh in towards the chest. Hands can go behind the thigh or over the shin. Draw that knee in. Use your left elbow to press into the inside of the left thigh, and then isometrically try and, without moving the heel, try and drag the heel down towards the earth. Feet are active, legs are active, belly's active, so lots of muscular action. Take a breath and release. Good. So from here, wrap
the right thigh around the left thigh. And then if you can, so you can leave it at this, or you can cross, wrap the right ankle around the left. Okay. Then from here, use the back of your elbows and upper arms and shift the torso here a little bit over to the left. Good. Press into the outer knees so the legs are pressing into one another. Take a breath in, lift the knees, and lower the legs over to the right. Good. Can you bring the legs all the way down?
No.
No, ma'am. Okay. Then that's as far as they go. Are you comfortable like that?
No.
If you're not, then come back. Unwind. Good. Okay. So Cyndy didn't like that pose, and that's perfectly fine.
It would have been this way I can do it.
Okay, so
It's dropping the other way.
okay, so drop the knees. So you still have right leg wrapped around left leg. Drop the knees to the left. Sorry about that. Arms wide. Gaze can be up the sky or over to the right. Good. Inhale. Lift the legs up. Come back to center. Unwrap the legs. Yep. So bring the torso back into the middle of the mat. Good. And then from here, wrap the left leg around the right, double cross there, squeeze the legs together, extend the arms wide if you, and then begin to lower the knees to the right. Yeah, you can shift your hips before you move. You can shift your hips a little bit over to the left side, and then lower the knees to the right. Deepen the breath. Notice where maybe you can soften in the twist, although the legs stay active here. And begin to roll onto the back, unwind the legs, shift the body so it comes back into the center of the mat. Good. Take a breath here. If there's one final pose you'd like to take, feel free to take it. So you're welcome to go into Happy Baby. You can windshield wiper the legs. You can do wheel pose or bridge. Any pose that will complete your practice. And then once you're done with that final pose, feel free to move into Shavasana. And as you move into Shavasana, stretch the legs long, allow the palms to flip, allow the feet to fall away from one another. Chins tucked slightly. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. We'll finish our practice today with a poem from Dana Fald's book called Prayers to the Infinite. It's called Be the Energy. Trust the energy that courses through you. Trust, then take surrender even deeper. Be the energy. Don't push anything away. Follow each sensation back to its source and focus your awareness there. Be the ecstasy. Be unafraid of consummate wonder. Emerge so new
so vulnerable that you don't know who you are. Be the energy and paradoxically be at peace. Dare to be your own illumination and blaze a trail across the clear night sky like lightning. On behalf of both Cyndy and myself, thank you all for practicing with us this evening. Namaste.